I'm Tamara, 32.
Standing in the library of Haven Ridge Estate, I'm surrounded by my stunned family. The large monitor on the wall blazes with the acquisition announcement of my company, Quantum Shield Cyber, by Nova Networks. The numbers and my name, Tamara Thompson, founder and CEO, are a stark contrast to the assumptions they've held about me for so long. It all started when I received a text from my brother, Ryan. He's 35, a high-flying finance guy in the real estate sector. The text said there was an urgent family meeting on Saturday because mom needed knee surgery and dad's Alzheimer's was getting worse. I was working at my desk, surrounded by 3 monitors showing different security simulations for Nova Networks. I built and sold Quantum Shield Cyber for nearly $70 million 4 months ago, but my family had no idea. I remembered the last family gathering at the country club. Ryan was all about his deals and connections, shaking hands with important people. My sister, Lily, who's 30 and into high-end fashion and social events, was flaunting her new designer bag. She said, "Tamara, when are you going to get a proper job? This tech thing is just a phase." Mom and Dad just nodded, looking concerned but resigned to my supposed lack of success. I was sitting in my shabby one-bedroom apartment, wearing old jeans and a faded MIT hoodie, with an 8-figure balance in my bank account. I could have called Ryan right away and told him everything, but my stubborn pride held me back. It was the same pride that made me work 20-hour days when everyone said I'd fail. Then my assistant, Maya, walked in with a manila envelope. "Yours 0. 7% Nova stock vested today. That's another $13 million, she said. She looked at me and asked, "Will you finally tell your family who you really are?" I decided to go to the family meeting, but on my terms. I booked a commercial flight to the regional airport near our hometown, Lakeview. As an afterthought, I texted our security chief, Jake, to have a helicopter on standby for Saturday afternoon. Maya thought it was time to break the power imbalance in our family. She brought me my old clothes, saying, "Your family costume, as requested." When I arrived at my childhood home on Sunday evening, Ryan greeted me with a one-armed hug and a comment about my economy flight. Lily gave me a gift card for a job interview at a friend's company, assuming I was still struggling. The house smelled of mom's lasagna, a recipe unchanged for 25 years. It brought back a mix of comfort and alienation. In the kitchen, I saw the harsh reality of my parents' decline. Mom was using a walker, and Dad was sitting at the table, looking confused. Dinner was a familiar performance. Ryan talked about his latest real estate deals, and Lily boasted about her charity events. They asked about my startup, and when I said it was going well, Lily said I needed a real job. I learned that they'd been planning my parents' care for months without involving me. They'd already chosen a high-end retirement community, Meadowbrook Estates, and had even scheduled the move in 3 weeks. They presented their plan at a meeting the next morning, with Ryan showing a PowerPoint presentation. They calculated my share of the cost, which was a token amount but still condescending. I asked my parents what they wanted for their care. Mom said she didn't want to leave Lakeview, but they needed more help. Just then, the sound of helicopter blades cut through the air. A sleek black helicopter with the Nova Networks logo landed on the front lawn. Jake was in the cockpit. Everyone was shocked. I said, "That's my ride." On the helicopter ride to Haven Ridge Estate, Maya and I reviewed my parents' medical needs. Haven Ridge was a place I'd been preparing for a year, a comprehensive care solution for aging in place. It had state-of-the-art medical facilities and personalized care plans. When we arrived at Haven Ridge, Ryan and Lily were clearly uncomfortable.
Dr.
Harris, the medical director, greeted us. She explained the Camden Memory Care Initiative, which was designed to bring care to the residents in a familiar environment. As we toured the estate, Dad was touched that I'd remembered his favorite books. But Ryan and Lily were skeptical. Ryan asked, "Who's paying for all this?" Lily whispered to her husband that I was just showing off. Mom and Dad looked uncomfortable at the growing tension. In the library, Ryan and Lily launched into their usual criticism, saying my career was a series of stunts. But then Mom and Dad walked in, confused about the argument. I decided it was time to show them the truth. I projected the acquisition announcement on the screen and explained my success, including my patents and the long-term care foundation I'd set up. My parents were in shock. Dad asked if it was real, and Mom cried, saying they'd never understood what I was building. Ryan's face showed a mix of pride and shame, and Lily sank into a chair. For the first time, they saw me as someone who'd succeeded on my own terms. Colton finally said, "This changes everything." I countered, "Not everything. Mom still needs surgery, and Dad still needs memory care." But now, we could talk honestly. 6 months have passed. Mom's knee surgery was a success, and she's walking better than ever. Dad's Alzheimer's has stabilized thanks to the memory care program at Haven Ridge. Ryan has started volunteering at the estate's garden project, and Lily is using her event planning skills to organize activities for the residents. The weekly family dinners have become a new normal. We're no longer the family with a responsible son, a social daughter, and a struggling youngest. We're a family that's finally found its way back to each other. The helicopter got their attention, but it was the truth that healed us.